He was in the Senate when I was in law school. This would have been around about 2001 or 2002. And I went with him to a barbecue on the State House grounds. Granddad wasn't getting around real well at the time. He was walking with a cane. I was there almost as much as a spotter as I was as his grandson, just to kind of make sure that he was stable. And there were a lot of speakers and a lot of lobbyists, a lot of constituents, a lot of politicians, all under this large tent. And when the event was concluding, I turned to Granddad and I said, "There's an exit right there. We can leave." And I was thinking I could help him up, I could help him out, I could get him into the car. You know, it was a great opportunity to make sure that, you know, I could get him where I needed him to go so he wouldn't fall. And he said, "Son, a good politician never takes the nearest exit."
His passion for education was amazing. And he believed, as we did, that the problems that plague South Carolina so often, whether it's unemployment, underemployment, crime, drugs, teenage pregnancy, infant mortality, you name it. But if all of them could be traced back far enough and had quality education attached to it as a base, most of them could have been avoided.
I think the highlight to anybody that knew Senator Smith was to watch his relationship with his wife, Jean, who he called Mama to all comers. She wrote the most amazing thank you notes, and I have 3 original ones in my desk drawer, and my staff all know to grab them in case of a fire. That if you had her over for a pimento cheese sandwich, you got a thank you note as if you had sat her down with the Queen at Buckingham Palace. But their romance and their relationship was a real insight into why he valued relationships, because he had one of the best ones I've ever seen.
He was just a very dedicated man to the things that he held near and dear. And the vision that he had for South Carolina as well was a great vision of making sure that our state moved forward. He understood from a business perspective, again, of how important it was that we provided good opportunities in economic development for our people. And one of the greatest things that he took pride in was the BMW coming to the upstate of South Carolina.
There was also a tremendous amount of things he did for people that no one would ever know if you just hadn't having to run into that person. And I still have people that run into me from the Greer community all the time that say things like, "You know, your granddad got my grandmother into a nursing home," or "Your granddad found a job for my nephew," or, you know, "Your granddad was able to get a kidney for my father." I mean, just really pretty amazing things that probably would never know about it had I just not seen one of those people in a grocery store in Greer.